Wednesday Waffle.
Hey everybody.
It's a little bit late for us.
Yeah.
We got the tripod set up. Alright, this is our first time filming with the forward-facing cameras. And maybe it'll be better for microphone quality and camera quality. We don't know yet because it's the first time. I'll check it out when editing and I might change it later, but it means I can't get distracted by my own looks, so I just have to have faith that I look good. With my vanity, that's difficult. So, as you can see, Kana's working on some cross stitch that we've mentioned a few times. She's working on the korora, the cute little blue penguins. This is the original. It's the original drawing, and that's what it looks like. It's cross stitch, hopefully. She definitely hasn't missed any stitches.
Yes, I will. Yeah, sure. There's definitely one line that's messed up, and so I'm just trying to make it as best as possible from here because it's too far gone to correct. So whatever. What do we get up to this week?
So there probably wasn't much of a montage because we didn't film too much, I don't think. I mean, we'll look back through our videos, which we haven't done yet, but I know I took a clip of making some amazing katsu, so that was probably the opening clip and maybe the only clip, perhaps. Because again, I haven't remembered what we're doing. We went and played pool at a pub with Kana's friend, Amy, and her husband, partner, Dylan. They're not married?
No.
A partner, Dylan.
Yeah. So that was fun. We got to see kind of nightlife activities a little bit more, which we don't get to see very often because of how early I go to bed. Which my phone just rang to remind me that I should start getting ready for bed. It is 7:30 p.m. if anyone's curious what my schedule is usually like.
7:30 p.m. We lost at pool.
Well, we won one round,
Yeah,
but we only won because the 8-ball went in.
Yeah, because Amy is worse at pool than us, unfortunately. But Dylan, on the other hand, quite a bit better than us.
Yeah, he got a mad streak at one point.
He was doing real well. They invited us to go do a hike on Monday on the holiday for Anzac Day, which is the hike to
Mount Summers. And Owen's been teaching lots about Anzac Day, so maybe you want to tell them what it is?
Yes. Anzac Day is basically the equivalent of Memorial Day in the States. Anzac stands for Australian New Zealand Army Corps. They are the soldiers that deployed from Australia and New Zealand during World War I, known at the time as the Great War, of course, as we all know. I thought you just rolled your eyes.
Yeah.
They mostly deployed to Gallipoli, as some of those of us that traveled to New Zealand 2 years ago went and saw in Wellington. There's a giant display case made by Weta Workshop with giant human models. You guys can Google this. It's pretty cool and experiential.
Yeah, they're larger than life size by quite a number of.
I think it was 5 times scale or 6 times scale.
And so they're sculptures essentially.
Yeah, sculptures. You walk through sculptures of different scenarios of these men, and you learn about their attack on Gallipoli, or their attempt to take the peninsula of Gallipoli. But yes, as Kana said, I've been doing lots of teaching this week because my associate teacher has been away doing some training of her own. So I've been left in the classroom, not alone. I have what they call a reliever, but it's just a substitute teacher, basically. That was kind of been working with me a little bit, but I've been taking the reins mostly and leading the whole class, which honestly, it's somehow a lot. It's harder, but a lot more chill at the same time. Or at least I know what is going on this week, as opposed to the week that I first started placement, and I was feeling very uncertain about myself. This is definitely trial by fire, but it's the kind of trial by fire that I'm very good at versus like being observed, trying to observe and fit in. I feel much better if someone's just like, okay, figure it out. You're in this situation on your own. You got it, bro. Then you're kind of in this situation. I'm watching you in this situation. And if you fuck up...
Bleep.
Sorry. I've been pretty good about not swearing so far in a lot of the Wednesday Waffles, but if you mess up, I'm watching you. It's going to affect everything. And I'm very good at self-correcting rather than being told what I've done wrong. I'm very self-conscious, I guess, when being observed or watched or anything like that. So it's been a bit easier, even though it's harder work to run the whole classroom, of course. It's been a bit easier mentally because I know what I expect of myself rather than the hidden agendas of what someone else expects of me in their half-baked instructions to me, basically. So, but that's basically what I've been doing this week, is teaching a lot, which is what I'm good at and what I'm here to do. So I'm quite satisfied. I get to do a little bit less of it tomorrow and the next day, just due to the school schedule and due to the teacher that's stepping in tomorrow. What else did we do this week?
Well, update from me is that I am likely going to be stepping into a little bit of a bigger role with Bellyful, partnering with Kana as well. It's not official yet, so more to come on that, but basically going to be helping the branch in a bigger way, and I'm excited for that. And Owen and I were just talking about, some more things that are different between here in New Zealand, as I'm now like almost needing to code switch between like how New Zealanders talk and then how Americans talk and then how they spell certain things, because I'm doing Bellyful social media and I don't want it to look like an American is writing it. Like I want it to feel local. And so with that, I have to spell things the way that they would. So there's words like organize or mum or color or all those things that use British English versus American English. So that's been a little bit of a challenge for me, and even just like certain sentence phrases and whatnot. And then still, of course, I'm working for US companies, so I can't switch over all the way. So when I'm talking with my US clients, I'm needing to use the Z in organize versus the S. So it's tricky.
Yeah, so organize. So Kai has made fun of me for a few years because I'll sometimes spell the OU in words like color and flavor and favorite. I'll do the OU, and I did that before even considering New Zealand at all. But the thing that we were ranting about was organize. Organize has an S at the end. Organize has the exact same sound at the end as size. Size has to be spelled with a Z, because can you imagine the word S-I-S-E? Size. Sis. It doesn't make any sense, but it's the exact same sound. Size, organize, eyes, but it's an S in organize in her royal spelling. And it's ridiculous. It makes English so much more ridiculous, and in my opinion, not that English is
feels
great.
Very strongly about this.
Not that English is great in terms of its rules, anyways. But that's just one of the worst examples I think so far.
Yep.
Anyways, continue on with. So Kana's
Yeah, we're putting
Kana's doing
together a
awesome.
movie night, and so I've been helping a lot with planning that. And so, yeah, it's kind of fun. It feels like getting back to my roots. I'm remembering like all my high school years of volunteering and like fundraising, and oh my gosh, there's so many steps that go into it that are often forgotten until the night of. So it's really nice having that experience, and it's yeah, it's just nice to be able to lean back on that. So shout out to my parents for involving me in volunteer work since I was little itty bitty. Yeah, and Owen and I both had some good chats with folks back home, friends and stuff.
Yeah, we called back home.
And that was really lovely. So we appreciated chatting with you all. And yeah, it's been a pretty chill week otherwise, I would say. We've got some activities coming up over the next couple of weeks, so we might have...
This weekend is busy.
Yeah, this weekend is busy. I don't know if we'll have video clips from it, but we are going to our first ever rugby game. And you may be asking, oh, are Kana and Owen all of a sudden sports fans? No, we have no idea what's going on. We've told ourselves many times that we're going to like watch a video and learn about rugby. We have not done so.
I know one thing about rugby. A ruckus is when multiple people go for the ball and are like tackling the ball in rugby, and there's a rule that if a ruckus is formed, that you cannot pass a certain line, which is typical for when they start to line up again in rugby.
Anyway, so this will be a trial by fire weekend in terms of what we're expecting. So anyway, that'll
Luckily,
be fun.
we will know when to cheer because it's not New Zealand against New Zealand, any of the games that we're watching. It's
True.
New Zealand, some form of New Zealand against some form of Australia, and bleep those Aussies, am I right?
Yeah, so that should be fun. We're looking forward to it. There's going to be lots of food. I've been seeing videos of the stadium, and it looks quite cool. So I'm excited for it. I'm a little nervous because I'm not a big sports fan, but you know what? Yeah, we'll know when to cheer and get some good food. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Volleyball starts for me next week. Doing some more playing, but this time indoor. So I had to pick up some knee pads for that. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Thank you again for joining us and listening to us waffle off different things. Once again, we try to keep it positive during our waffles. I'm sure if we wanted to waffle and ramble a bit more on... I could, those that know me know I can ramble and waffle in many different directions, including waffle off all my frustrations and the logic I've built around them. But that's not really what these are about. These are kind of like both our messages to you all, and we kind of talked about it a little bit, and these are going to be fun, like diaries almost, for us to look back on. We could even maybe extend this idea out that we're waffling to our future selves about what we've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
And for one, in times like this, it's never super fun to watch someone waffle off about negative stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, we're keeping it light on purpose.
Keeping it light on purpose, but...
Yeah. And I don't know, y'all can let me know, but I feel like it's kind of fun to also talk about some of the differences we're observing, like not from a negative standpoint, but like more of a neutral, just like these are the differences, and some of them are going to be good, and some of them, like, you know, the differences in spelling and stuff are going to be more challenging for us. Others are really positive and we're excited about them. Like we've talked about how near we are to various activities. And so anyway, I think that's kind of fun, and it's a good way for us to remember all the differences. And I feel like when I've talked to my friends, the first question is always like, oh, well, what have you noticed that's different? And like, do people speak differently and that sort of thing? So kind of trying to incorporate more of that into these rambles as well.
Waffles.
Stay on brand, Kana. Anyway.
You're a brand coordinator. Come
yeah,
on.
something like that. Jeez. Anyway, hey, that's the vibe.
I think that's good for the time being. Yeah, you've sat with us long enough, or maybe you're doing chores and stuff, which is probably the wiser thing to do.
Yeah.
So, Anyways, until next week, thank you again for joining us. And write to us if you feel like you have the time or the interest, or give us a call out of the blue. I'll try and give some people some calls out of the blue as well. So have a good week, and we hope you have a good weekend. Try and find some little mini adventures.
I like it. Bye.
Bye.